Patreon exclusive.
I just started the YouTube channel, the reaction channel, and I kind of just did it for fun, thinking that it would probably take me like 6 months or so before I would maybe reach 1,000. And I'm like a month and a half in, 2 months in, and I'm like halfway to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm like sitting around 450, probably gonna hit 500 pretty soon.
That's awesome, bro. Yeah, you just started. And your channel is The Guy Who Reacts, right?
That's right. Yep.
That's amazing. Great job, brother.
Thank you. So yeah, I've been trying to put out like 1 or 2 videos a day, every day for the past month or two. And so it's been growing and it's been awesome. But it's all happening like a lot quicker than I kind of anticipated.
Okay.
So my question is probably in the next month or so, how I should kind of change my thinking about not just making money off the AdSense and monetizing, but how I can kind of like use this platform to continue to grow. And, you know, whether it's affiliate marketing or collaborations with other YouTubers, like just how should I change my thinking from it being like this small thing that I just did for fun to like actually starting to take it more seriously?
Here's what I would say. I would say approach this like a business. If it started as a hobby, great. Now it's pivoting to more of a business, right? Mm-hmm. So what is a business? What defines a business? A business provides a product or a service of some form of utility to a customer base. And you have to figure out what is that product or service that you're providing to a customer base. Is it a high-end product? Is it a low-end product? Where's the conversion happening? So on and so forth. So most of us YouTubers, we start out as providing a service of escapism, right? Like it's just like, oh, this is fun. This is an interest that overlaps. And then slowly that can evolve into something with a bit more depth, meaning that when you start out, you can easily just become a commodity of a content creator, meaning that like, oh, I open it up and there's someone that's interested in what I'm interested in, so it could just quickly get commoditized. The danger with that is someone else could come along, do the same thing, or do it better, or be more good looking, or be funnier, or have more money to throw at it initially, and now you're commoditized very easily. So my macro idea for you specifically is, one, approach it like a business. Think about your end of game, bottom of funnel, right, ways of converting. 2, infuse more of your personality so people aren't just there for the commodity of white guy reacts to Vietnamese music. That should be interesting. That's cool, but it's still a commodity, right? The meaning that there's somebody else can come along and replace that, right? What is something you can do? Infuse your personality, right? Infuse more of your personality. Start in the middle of a reaction, stop and tell a brief story about how you got into Vietnamese music, or how you, right? Like start infusing more of what you're doing so that people have can grasp onto not just like, this dude is here to give me this thing, but this dude is here and he has a really cool backstory. And there's nothing about being a commodity as long as you get super big, right, very fast or in time, because then that'll trickle down into just AdSense and other stuff, right? So like MKB, the guy that does the tech reviews, right? Marquise, right? So
Marcus Brownlee.
Yeah, that commodity. He's there to give me tech reviews, but he got big enough where people started caring about his story. And then he built a personal brand off of that. And then obviously there's brand deals and there's the AdSense. But if you could infuse more of your story earlier on, then you can tap into the same relationship with your audience. And you want that relationship with your audience because when you build trust, then down the line, if you roll out products, if you roll out merch, if you start an app, if you create a physical thing, I don't know how you monetize it later, but so like for where you're at, relationship, trust, connection, your story infused into the content, so you're not just commoditized as another guy who does reactions. And I think you can skew that earlier on in the process, whereas Anthony Fontano or whoever, these guys that are serving these, like, just, hey, I want to hear a review on this thing, right? If you're infusing more of your story earlier on in the process, people will be there more for you, not more for you, but equally as there for you as the service or the escapism that they're getting from your content. So I think that's how I would start looking at it. Now, tactically, how you monetize Depends, man. There's so many different ways to monetize. Brand deals. You're going to have to navigate content ID, because that's going to be an issue once your channel gets monetized. If all this stuff has content ID in it, I don't know how you're going to do that, right? So you're going to have to figure out a way, if you're trying to make AdSense, to figure that out, because that is going to be a challenge you're going to face with reaction videos. So maybe you react to the video with the text and they don't hear the audio and only you hear the audio, but you're giving commentary on the, I don't know how you're going to do it, but I'm sure there's a way to do it, right, guys? Sean C., Anthony Fontana, like these guys do reaction stuff all the time without playing the music. My approach, and this might be wrong, but I think you cross that bridge when you get there. I think you let people ask you for products they want from you, right? So if it's like, dude, can you make a shirt? Merch is going to be the easiest ways, in my opinion, initially to convert, right? Can you do a Patreon? Can you start a Discord? Like, you start letting your audience tell you what they want from you, instead of saying, we're doing Patreon because that's what everyone else is doing. Well, that may not work for your audience, right? So I think you think through that. The easiest way, in my opinion, and the simplest way to monetize earlier on, if you can figure this out, which I don't know if you're in the Master YouTube Live, but we have a merch course that literally ground floor, you can build your own merch and apparel, and people are usually buying stuff and wanting to support, and so you just literally make your stuff by hand until it gets so overwhelming that you can't, and then you scale it, outsource this, and all that kind of stuff. So we started on a Cricut machine with a heat press, $400 investment, not even $400 investment, shipping off our merch. Then I got a silk screener. The merch got better. Then I went to FM Expressions. Then I got a silk screener. Then now we're looking at potentially just outsourcing all of our apparel to KB's company out of Tampa, and they're just going to do everything for us. We'll probably be there by Black Friday. So I'm sorry if this is a little too technical for the rest of you guys that are here that are like, I don't really care about this stuff. But the merchandise monetization is cool, because if you can figure out what people want, and it could be as simple as just a shirt, like just create a shirt, wear it, and see if anyone asks for it. And then when they do ask for it, now you have proof of concept that people want it, and you throw the shirt up, you know, and this might blow your guys' mind, so forgive me if I'm like really showing you how the sausage is made, but like a regular shirt, like a regular consumer shirt, that's decent quality. We're not even talking good quality, decent quality, because you can get stuff really dirt cheap. You can make a shirt, your own shirt, for like $4 or $5 a shirt, right? The blank, a good blank, a next level blank is like $3 if you're getting them at wholesale. Shoot, if you go to Hobby Lobby, you can get a t-shirt for $5, a blank Gildan shirt for $5, $6. And then you make the Cricut thing, you heat press it. When you're talking about $6 a shirt, you can sell those shirts for $20 plus shipping, right? That's a 300% markup, right? And so, yes, it's a smaller item, but over time it could build into something. And again, now we're working on developing that trust with the consumer. We want to build that trust with the consumer. So we're really stepping up the quality of our stuff, and we rather sell less but more quality than sell a bunch of fast fashion $20 shirts that are going to fall apart in 6 months, right? You know, I think the fact that you're going to get monetized is going to be step one. Step two, maybe some brand deals, right? In time, your channel's pretty safe, because you're not talking about politics or faith. So I'm sure those brand deals will slowly come along. I mean, I know creators that are making over 6 figures a month off of brand deals alone. You know, now granted, they've been at it for 5 years, but there's a lot of money in the ecosystem that I think people don't quite understand, and there's a lot of ways to monetize.
Kingstream Entertainment, Ruslan.
Patreon exclusive.